to another episode of Popsicles. Today with me is an interesting character. He's a rapper, he's a comedian, and the only white guy that can speak my mother tongue better than me. Join me to welcome Oyibo Rebel.
Oyibo Rebel, Oyibo Rebel, Oyibo tó fine tó wà doable. Má lọ try morúkọ. Kéwéńjẹ ọ̀dẹ̀mọ̀. Ẹgbẹ̀jì number one. Ní gbogbo ara kìkì yóò. I don't go no Oyibo give your girl hard koboko white cocoa turn it to MTNP as you go home. Oyibo Rebel, Oyibo Rebel, Oyibo tó fine tó wà doable.
Oh my God.
Live and direct. How we doing?
We're good.
You're looking great, I love your dress.
Thanks.
Damn, Popsicles, we're here, Guardian. We made it. Mama, you see me?
Mama. You're really funny. So tell me, I want to know like basically everything about you. How did you get to Nigeria?
Okay, so I mean, I grew up here. In '96, my family moved here from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And yeah, I've been here ever since now. So Lagos is home for me. It's the place where I spent most of my years and my childhood. Even if I had left the country, I lived in Yankee for a bit and Jan for a bit as well. But now we're back here in Lagos. It's my place. This is my.
I see you're enjoying it.
Balance. That's it.
I see you're enjoying it. So tell us, who are you basically? Who is Oyibo Rebel that we're all hearing about?
So it's Oyibo Rebel. We went with Oyibo Rebel to make it cool, because there's Oyibo and then there's the slang Oyibo. There's two spellings. Oyimbo is the correct spelling.
That's the one I know.
Yeah, but so it's even in my music I switch it up. I'll be saying Oyibo Rebel. In my latest freestyle called 234 freestyle, I'll go Oyibo Rebel.
Okay.
Oyimbo, like it depends on the vibe. It depends on the mood. The whole point was to make it slang and make it cool.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. So I'm an actor. I'm an artist. I'm also a director. I did my master's in directing.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I've been making music for the last 10 years and acting as well. So I sing, rap, I'm a songwriter. Kind of do a lot of things.
You obviously do a lot of things. So what's your real name?
It's Faris. Yeah.
Faris.
Like Paris, but with F.
Okay, with an F.
Yes.
Nice.
Very simple to remember.
What was growing up like?
Growing up here in Lagos, amazing now. It's no, I grew up in Lagos, so
okay.
The switch from when I came down from Houston at like 5 years old was obviously very different. I will never forget the first day when we reached Lagos. You enter, wow, the heat just hit you for face when you drop down from that plane. I swear. Then I also remember the first time like being in go slow, coming back to the house and seeing people selling goody on the streets, and
it was new.
Yeah, and then also seeing kids that were my age, like on the street running and smiling, still begging but smiling, so the first experience of that suffering and smiling, which is kind of Lagos living, the hustle where you can find the good, the bad and the ugly. This is Lagos.
That's the word, the good, bad and the ugly. What do your parents think? Because I think you like basically embrace the whole Nigerian culture like so much. So what do your parents think about it?
I mean, my parents are Nigerians as well, but we're African from the get-go, My grandparents are African.
Okay.
My mother was born in Burkina Faso. We have family all over the West Coast, so they love it. My mother, she's a philanthropist. You might know her, Sarah Boulos. She runs the society. She's the founder of the Society for the Performing Arts in Nigeria. Great company that has sponsored over 2,000 to 3,000 dancers and singers all around the world, and have she's graduated kids that have gone all over to act in Broadway shows and everything. So it just made sense. Since I was a small boy, I was always gingering inside the mirror, be looking inside, be performing, be looking, giving it,
my God. I bet you're really close to your mom, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Obviously.
My family, yeah.
So, based on professional grounds, if you were to feel like something important, what nationality do you feel in?
I mean, living in Lagos, I'm an American. I use my American passports.
Okay.
I'm getting my naturalization now. I mean, I've lived here for over 26 years, so obviously, naturally, I can get my passport, That's what we're trying to do now. We have a little something that we want to try next year. Maybe BBM.
Yay!
I know you're watching. Yeah. So maybe let's see.
Looking out for you then. What nationality comes to you naturally? But I think it's actually the African part, Nigerian.
You know, my Nigerian side to me is always my most comfortable way of expressing myself. Just because I'm Lebanese and French, but I don't speak Arabic. You know, I speak French. I went to the French school here in Lagos and VI growing up, and je parle français.
Oh my god!
Come on, stop it!
Did you hear that? What does it mean?
Huh?
What does
I said I speak French.
I didn't even get it.
No, it sounds sweet.
Say another thing. Say something else.
Elle est très belle ta robe.
Okay, what is that?
Et tu as un joli sourire.
I don't understand.
I said you have a very beautiful dress and you have a lovely smile.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you speak the Nigerian lingo very well.
Yes.
How has it helped you? The advantages?
So pidgin growing up, I mean, it's the dialect you grow up speaking. You know, from anybody from your gate man to the drivers to the kids in the streets to all the homies, you know. And since I was a ruffian from day one, you know, just
they're gonna know you now.
and I, you know, that's my trip. I always loved it. I always loved it. This guy is like this. I like how and the feeling of that has always been so great wherever I go in the world, you know. Get a couple beers in me and that's it. The fool, Naija, swagger, you know, high tension naked wire will come out.
That's so.
And give it to
So how is rapping being so far and the filmmaking? And also, if you were to make a movie, I mean, are you looking forward to making a movie?
Of course,
Is it going
100%.
to be Nollywood or Hollywood?
It's definitely what it is. It's Nollywood because it's based in Nigeria, but I want to make real stories. You know, stories about young African, real characters. You know what I mean? Real story lives to really experience the life in Lagos and to be able to spread that message around the world. You know, that's the suffering and smiling, that the hustle never stops no matter what, you know. And the thing that, you know, there's this thing that there's first world problems, and I'm like the first one to counter that. That's the real struggle is here, you know, you can see it, and we should be grateful. Anybody here living that's Ajibota, you know, that's on a higher level must really, when you're in Nigeria, you really learn to appreciate everything that you're given. You know that every breath you take is a miracle. Every breath you take is a blessing. You know, so definitely the films that I want to do are gonna be about real stories, about the come up, about the underdog. I don't know if you've ever watched Stranger Things.
I do.
Yes, you see it. I love that supernatural thriller kind of aspect. I would love to see something like that with young, you know what I mean? Young Nigerian kids from school getting together like that. A period genre. It'd be very, very, very.
So that's the kind of thing you're going to be working with soon.
Very possibly, very possibly.
I would love to feature.
She has a role.
Yeah, I have a role.
You get it. It's done.
Okay, how about the rapping part? I mean, your entertainment, basically. So people think it's hard for you to actually grow in the entertainment industry. How do you see yourself fitting that stereotype?
For sure, it's a good question. You know, it's a very valid question. In 2012, sorry, I released a project. I used to go by the name of Rastafari, and I released my first song. That was the first book guy to ever film in Makoko. You know, to do a music video there in Betemeta. You know, it was called One Day. The song had some pidgin in it. You know, it had all kinds of. It had a very Nigerian influence to it, but when I came back 2 years ago to Nigeria, I met back with my producer, one of my very closest friends, Tiwizi. So we worked together on the music together, on the skits, on everything else that we do. We decided that we want to give something to the people that will really shock them. So we said, what better way than to give a rap song where I will come and shadow that girl, Lamide, like the great Yoruba raps. I said I want to do something like that. So we came up with Ojo Bloody.
Yeah, I know.
We wanted to put you in a movie. I said I cannot do something that people just say, okay, na pitching is alright.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you something where it's like, what kind of magician like Beji number one, So the first time I hear Mumuru Kote when Jemo de Mogu Beji number one and Rakiki Yogun.
Oh my God.
So I became obsessed with all that, and obviously it's tailored, when we're in the studio, he will be saying, no, you have to say it correctly, say it like this, say it like that, and so when you map everything, I studied as an actor professionally, so it's putting those two and combining with respect and love for Nigeria and my culture, with the culture I associate with the most, which is Yoruba culture.
Yeah, I see that. You have a lot of friends that are Yoruba, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. They're all like, Ferris, speaking more Yoruba than us, now who's your teacher? I told them, guys, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's that kind of thing.
So who do you look forward to collaborating with? Davido, Wizkid, Burna?
Rema, come on, I'm sure you've seen the video.
Which one?
You didn't see we had a chat.
Okay.
One day Rema was on live. Crazy coincidence. Like this, it's just after I dropped the Jumi Bloody. I was there I was sitting on my phone with my my manager. Shout out Gigoses at Gigoses, follow him on Insta. We're looking at Rema. Rema is accepting people on live.
Okay.
And so we just start spamming. Yeah, accept. God, please, you have to make this happen. Make it happen. And then little do you know, we're just sitting there. I just start boning small, saying, no, it's not going to happen. And I look at my phone. I just see, what? The thing is lighting up. It's turning. I said, yeah. I picked up. I said, they open up the famous Bros. I said, my guy Rema. I was in shock. I was smiling. Himself was in shock. He couldn't believe it, So Rema, bro, we're waiting on you.
We're waiting. Okay, so as a dual citizen of two cultures apart, what do you think about open relationships?
Personally, when it comes to open relationships, I'm not too keen on it. That's a personal opinion. I mean, do whatever you want to do. I believe for me, there's two things in relationships. It's trust and love, but I believe in trust over love. I've always said this. Loyalty is everything. Love, anybody can love, but trust and loyalty, being loyal to your significant other is the most important thing. So for me personally, it's all about a close relationship. You're with one person, be with the one person. If you want to go and if you feel like you have to go and do something and open up and be business guy, that, or my sister, that's the end. Don't be in that relationship. It's not fair to the person.
Yeah. So has anyone tried to take advantage of you, like in public? So they see you as a white guy, and then they come to you, and then they see you giving them.
That one, that one. Everybody now. It's not. It's not if you're white or.
Like?
That reaction, that directly I tell them, guys, see, take time. You sit here to daybreak.
I mean,
if na negotiation you want to go do them. I'm not gonna allow anything like that. Like that. You cannot do it like this, like that. When you don't surgery, when you get mind pass. No, at all.
What's your take on feminism? Are you feminist?
I got my eyes open to like the feminist movement properly when I was offered a job to direct a conference that was by Monster in the UK for girls in coding. And it's really opened my eyes to understand how you have to be pro-women in this life. We should be pro-women to move forward so that we can move the agenda and to bring balance into the world, for women and men. Because there's still an imbalance in many sectors of the business world and when it comes to it. So to say that I'm a feminist I don't think I'm allowed to say that. I think that you have to really do your work every single day, and you can't just throw around. I think it's offensive for a man to say, I'm a feminist. What makes you a feminist? How do you know? But to be conscious towards, trying not to be a misogynist, to push the male agenda, to be very respectful of women, 100%. We're moving in a much more forward, you know, much more forward time. So you have to be respectful, and I'm definitely pro women, 100% all the way through. You know, we should favor women so that we can bring balance into the.
That's neutral ground. That's very nice. How about your? Okay, this question is, you know, I'm gonna hit you right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask for your most embarrassing moment so far.
My most embarrassing moment. How many? Too many to count.
Okay, I'm going to give you a number. Let's say.
I can't. You know, I'm a man with no shame. Oh, if you've seen me, if you've seen my videos, it's very hard to feel. Obviously. I don't know if you saw this video I did called Lucky Way.
Like you fell inside the water?
Right.
Yes.
I don't fall inside the water. Oh.
You push yourself.
See, I enter that water. You know. Well, I there with I was there. So. Most embarrassing moment, I'm still trying to think. Maybe one time my microphone on stage was on in the backstage and we were doing some very phallic jokes in the background while two of our friends were on stage doing their scene. And then we came back on stage and they were like, my director looked at me like, gotta help.
Oh my God.
We were very young at the time. We were like, it was a school play, 16, 17. I'm very professional now. And trust me, you have to learn once in your life so that things like this don't happen. 16 years old, but now I've been on stage many more times.
Yeah, you used to it now.
That must have been a bit embarrassing, but yeah, that's quite it. I don't think
any other.
I'm trying to. I'm telling you, I don't really have that embarrassing bone in my body. You know.
Nigerians will say they don't have shame. They don't get shame.
I don't get shame. God not go shame us. You know.
Okay, so give us a bit of yourself.
Okay. Intemi, Kino Hapun, Urukumini Fares, aka Oyibo Rebel. It's your boy, the Oyibo Naija guy, you understand, to the core. I'm the actor that raps, the rapper that acts, the singer, the performer, the entertainer. I'm here. I'm here to take Lagos by storm. I'm here to give you all the loves, all the laughs, all the amazing entertainment that you're looking. Just look out for it. Your guy did I did concrete to the last bus stop. Jeez.
We're looking out for you.
Yes.
We're looking out for you. Okay, guys, so we have come to an end with our session with Oyibo Rebel. I hope you enjoyed it because I did. Okay, so make sure to connect with us on all our social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Emanuela, and this is Popsicles. Bye.